I want to share with you 4 basic information that I believe you will need to know in order for you to have a successful first year of homeschool. This information will make your homeschooling journey smooth and successful. The number one thing you need to know is what your county's requirement for home education is. Before you begin homeschooling, please do a thorough research and find out what the county requires from you as a homeschooling parent. And this information is available online. Do a Google search with your county's name and homeschool education requirement, and a lot of information will come out. Familiarize yourself with what is required of you. It could be the subject you're required to teach, how many hours you are to spend for each school year, and whatever else you're required to do. And also with that information, there will be included a letter of intent. You need to print this letter of intent out or save it, or save a copy of it, because you need to fill it out and send it to your county. It is to inform your county that you are making the decision to homeschool your child, and the county will give you the permission to begin to homeschool. And this letter of intent has a deadline, so you have to send it out on time before that deadline. Sometimes the deadline is 30 days within the time you started to homeschool. And that form is very easy to fill out. It asks for your child's name, the date of birth, the day you started homeschooling, and sometimes it asks that you include the subjects that you desire to teach your child. So make sure you know the deadline for when you need to send this out. And please don't make this mistake, because I made it 2 times. Please make sure you know the office to send it to, so that you don't send it to the wrong address. I've done that 2 times. I've made that mistake 2 times. So please make sure you know the right address. If you need to send it through email, make sure you have the correct email address so that it goes to the right person and on time. The number 2 information you need to know is to have an idea of the type of home education you want for your children. There are different methods. There are different home education methods. You have the Charlotte Mason method, the Montessori, the unschooling, the online. You have also online school and the traditional homeschool. Do a research on the method that will work best for your children, for you and your family, and find the material, the resources that you will need for that type of home education. Okay, if you are using curriculum and you want to find which curriculum will work best for your children, it's very easy. Seriously, this is how I did mine. You go on YouTube and you watch curriculum reviews. The curriculum reviews will give you a lot of information that will help you to choose the right curriculum that your children will enjoy. The number 3 information you need to know is whether your county requires you to have an assessment at the end of the year, to have your child evaluated. Some states don't require assessment, don't require you to evaluate your child, whilst others do. For example, when we were living in Florida, we had to submit yearly evaluation of our children. But moving to Ohio, the Ohio state no longer requires us to submit yearly evaluation. So do your research and find out what your state requires of you, so that you can begin now to look for the best method that you want to use to evaluate your child's performance. If you want to use standardized testing, or if you want to use an evaluator to help you assess the progress, the performance of your child. And if you're looking for an evaluator, you want to start early. You want to do a research on local certified evaluators that you can reach out to for when you want to use them. So you want to do a research, find evaluators, contact them, find out what they will require from you so that you have that information available for when you will need them. All right? I hope you're following along. And the last but not least information you need to know is whether you want to join a community, a homeschooling community or not. And so this is up to you. You know, it is not mandatory that you must join a homeschool co-op. No, you may choose to just, you know, start the first year by yourself just to get yourself familiar with the whole homeschooling way of life, the whole culture. You can choose to not join a community your first year, which is great. That was what I did. Our first year, second year of homeschooling, even third year, we couldn't find a co-op to join. Actually, it's not that we couldn't find. I found one, but I wasn't able to join. There was just different requirements and I just got tired of it. And by the time I was ready to join, COVID happened. I just felt God saying, it's okay. You don't really need a community for now. But once we moved from Florida to Ohio, let me tell you this, I found a co-op so fast. I found a homeschool co-op so fast, and I knew it was God telling me that it was the right time for us to join a co-op, a community, a homeschooling community. I found this wonderful mom at Aldi parking lot, and I felt in my heart, like my spirit just felt like she homeschooled. And I opened my mouth. I had the courage to ask her, do you homeschool? She said yes. And then I asked her whether she was part of a homeschool co-op, and she said yes. Then I asked whether the co-op is accepting new members, and she said yes. It was just a beautiful connection when we met, and she gave me the information that I needed. I took my kids there the next day. I believe the next day was the day they met. And so my kids and I got to the co-op. We were late, but we made it. We were late, but we got there. And it was just a wonderful time, and we have been with them since. And so you can decide whether you want a community. You know, having that community can be very comforting. It can be very encouraging, so that you don't feel like you're the only one who is homeschooling, because that's sort of how it felt for us when we were in Florida. But coming to Ohio and joining this wonderful homeschool co-op has really benefited us. I wouldn't trade it for anything. So you make the decision what you will desire, and so that you can start to prepare for when you decide to homeschool. You can start to look for homeschool co-ops on social media, on Facebook groups. Do your research and find the ones that you are comfortable with, okay? All right, I've come to the end of this video. I hope this information has helped you. I really desire that you will start off strong in your first year of homeschooling, and I know that you can do this, okay? God has given you the grace to do it, and I'm cheering you on. I want you to watch this video where I shared 5 lessons that I learned from my 5 years of homeschooling. You will learn so much that will give you the confidence that you need to succeed in your homeschooling journey. Have a blessed day. Bye.